The problems
His claim is
experienced
so
by
great,
monkeys
the
used in
accusations
Neuralink
are so
research in the
terrible.
committee's complaint
Whereas
text
Elon Musk
revealed that the
running with
concerns
Neuralink
about
Part 2.
implants cannot be limited to ethical issues. Can pirates hack our brains? Georgetown University's Dr. James Giordano stated that the commercialization of brain implants will create a medical tourism market. Expressing that the world will compete to access this technology, Dr. Giordano stated that this includes risks such as weakening of inspections and quality control. There are also experts who say that hacking devices or infecting chips with viruses can upset the balance of patients and even lead to worse results. A researcher specializing in new technologies at the Duke University School of Law, Dr. Our brain is the last bastion of our freedom, the last place we can protect our privacy, said Nita Farahany, adding that she found Neuralink's progress. Our brain is the last bastion of our freedom, the last place we can protect our privacy. But he also said that more advanced commercial applications of this technology risk being exploited by corporations, governments and bad actors, because these concepts are no longer in the realm of science fiction. And Neuralink isn't the only company working to develop the perfect brain technology. Startups such as Synchron and Neurable are also taking important steps in this regard. Will it be your money superb? But, according to Veljko Dubljevic, a North Carolina State University researcher on the ethics of neurotechnology and artificial intelligence, Musk's company deserves praise in many ways, but is known for not paying enough attention to ethical issues, this time not paying enough attention to ethical issues. Equality discussions will open the way. However, here, too, we need to act with the assumption that Musk can fulfill his promises. Penn State's Dr. Cabrera said, "All these companies and company owners are showmanship at their core. They make such exaggerated claims. I think this is a dangerous situation because I think people sometimes blindly believe what they hear. All these companies and company owners are showmanship at their core. They make such exaggerated claims. I think this is a dangerous situation because I think people sometimes blindly believe what they hear." Cabrera said. Complaints about animal trials. Moreover, concerns about Neuralink's work are not limited to human trials. Animal rights activists have also targeted Neuralink. The animal rights organization, the Committee of Physicians Advocating for Responsible Medicine, filed a formal complaint with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, claiming that Neuralink and the University of California Davis, UC Davis, collaboration violates the Animal Welfare Act horribly. The problems experienced by monkeys used in Neuralink research in the committee's complaint text reveal that the concerns about implants cannot be limited to ethical issues. It is described as a dedicated activist community. The collaboration between Neuralink and UC Davis ended in 2020. Prior to that date, university experts supported Neuralink in testing the technology developed on macaque monkeys. Musk rejected making a statement on behalf of the Physicians Committee. Research Advocacy Coordinator Jeremy Beckham, referring to Neuralink's famous Mind Pong video, which you can watch above, said, "I think Neuralink is very good at marketing and making very selective videos. But when we think about what that means for those animals that have implants in their brains, the truth is from those videos." Making a statement to the Daily Beast about these accusations, Musk stated that Neuralink's work with UC Davis is limited, and said, "Neuralink does the best it can for the care of our animals. We do not fund UC Davis." Mind Pong said. However, when reminded of the partnership agreement signed between Neuralink and the university in September 2017, which envisaged the transfer of funds of $796,000 in the first stage, Musk replied, "We do not have a study at UC Davis, it is a completely government-funded institution. They provide us with a small number of macaque monkeys." Musk also stated that the old reports of cooperation between the two institutions are absolutely false. In 2018, tech site Gizmodo wrote that Neuralink is funding primate research at UC Davis. The details of the aforementioned $796,000 deal were included in the news that Gizmodo relied on publicly available documents. In the news, it was stated that Davis is home to 2,530 of the 3,596 primates in the state of California, most of them rhesus macaques, but the university has about 100 TD monkeys. But university confirmed it is not clear which part of the news Musk is opposing. Within the scope of the agreement signed between the two institutions, a three-stage plan is mentioned. It is also stated in the plan that 6 of the 14 monkeys that UC Davis will provide to Neuralink will be killed after surgery and their brains will be examined. A spokesperson for UC Davis also confirmed the cooperation of the two institutions. UC Davis had a research partnership with Neuralink and ended in 2020. The protocols for the study have been evaluated and approved by our university's Institutional Animal Care and Use Committee, the spokesperson said in an email to the Daily Beast. UC Davis had a research partnership with Neuralink and ended in 2020. The protocols for the study have been evaluated and approved by our university's Institutional Animal Care and Use Committee. The Physicians Committee claims that this is not the case. The text of the complaint to the Department of Agriculture states that after examining more than 600 pages of university documents obtained as a result of the committee's lawsuit against UC Davis last year, the following conclusion was reached. At least 23 macaque monkeys were used in UC Davis's Neuralink-funded project. Many, perhaps all, of these monkeys have suffered tremendously from inadequate care and highly invasive implants. There are terrible details. Among the details of the complaint are that some animals underwent 10 different craniotomy surgeries, were tied to chairs for 5 hours every day, and were subjected to lethal procedures. It is also stated that his health deteriorated rapidly shortly after the implant was placed. It is also stated in the complaint that this monkey was also put to sleep, and that as a result of the necropsy performed afterwards, bleeding in the brain and subjected to lethal procedures. The Physicians Committee announced on February 10 that they had filed another lawsuit following these findings to gain access to more documents that would reveal the plight of the monkeys at UC Davis. Neuralink is not a party to this lawsuit. The committee's attorney, Deborah Dubois, said it would be very difficult to continue to monitor testing conditions at Neuralink because unlike UC Davis, it is not a government agency. Even if he finds Davis guilty, the law does not impose heavy fines. Within our system, even $10,000 can be considered a hefty fine. These fines are often included in labs' cost budgets, Beckham said. Neuralink has to explain after these accusations were reflected in the press. Neuralink had to make a statement. Responding to recent news on the company's website on February 17, it was confirmed that the monkeys died during the testing process, but it is stated that there is no such thing as cruelty to animals. Should be tested on animals. In the second lawsuit filed by the Doctors Committee, it is argued that the monkeys were not given adequate veterinary care, and that an unapproved substance called bioglue damaged various parts of the monkeys' brains, causing their death. In the blog post of Neuralink, it is emphasized that there was a surgical complication associated with the use of an FDA-approved product, bioglue, and the monkey was put to sleep. The indictment also states that UC Davis refused to publish photos and videos of the experiments and share them with the public on the grounds that these images are the property of a private company. Neuralink is stated to be stable. The text includes the following lines. At the heart of Neuralink's mission is to design an animal care program that puts the needs of animals first, as opposed to the typical strategy of acting solely for the comfort of humans. The use of each animal is thoroughly planned and a balance is struck between scientific discovery and ethical use of animals. The 2 animals are important. All 6 animals were anesthetized on scheduled dates to obtain histological data, following the recommendations of the veterinary staff at UC Davis. At Neuralink, we are never satisfied with the current standards of animal welfare. We will always push ourselves to do more for animals that have contributed so much to humanity. It is also stated that a 560 square meter vivarium for livestock and macaques has been implemented within the company in 2020.